Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Ixion. This is the end of this facility over here, or this system. So we've cleared the system. We can probably mine a bit more if we wanted to, but I think it's time for us to get out of here. Let's have a quick look. We've loaded up over here. We've loaded up pretty well over here as well. There's no more iron for us to collect. Let's pause it for a second while we quickly look through this. We're building our second algae farm, which is replacing the normal farm. What is the other farm actually called? Let's have a quick look. Crop farm. We're replacing the crop farm with the algae farm. The algae farm takes more alloys and more electronics. We've got a fair bit of battery storage over here. We've also added a little bit of these guys in this location, so we could well, we'll move them through as we see that happening. Let's just have a quick look if there's any other iron out there. If we pop out, what else needs to be mined? So we've got ice everywhere. There's nothing else apart from the ice. Okay, so that's basically it. Oh, there's some carbon over here, but I'm not coming back for like 20 carbon over here. Let's pop out. I just want to pop in again and see how much ice do we have. Got a little bit of ice. I would have liked probably both of these to be full. So we could maybe look at switching everybody to a bit of ice. These two, let's have a look. Let's see if we can't bring in a little bit more ice. So these two are only doing ice. What I can do is I can move the Quicksilver over here as well. Okay, and I'll switch the Quicksilver to ice also. Okay, and now what we'll do is we'll just spend a little bit more time and effort to get some more ice in here. At the moment, we're well and truly loaded up with alloys. We could bring more alloys in this way, to be honest. So let's. Well, do we? Oh, actually, we've already got two full of alloy here. So that's okay. Probably need a little bit more food in this specific area. Oh, no, we've got one. Multiple alloys, one alloy and multiple foods. Only 2 foods, though. Anyway, we'll get this thing built at the same time. And then maybe some additional power. But yeah, I just wanted to load up on a
transfer complete.
Little bit more ice. Yeah, I transferred some more people over here. So here we should have plenty of people. Now, one thing that we could do, if we have a look, this is neutral. Over here, people are quite happy because they're living in domestic quarters. What I can do, we can quite comfortably drop. So we're +2 at the moment. So if we drop the food policy, we'll still be happy. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and drop the food policy here to normal. And that should still be fine, right? So if we do that, I'm going to go and do that just so that we don't spend too much of our food. So here we go, still +1, still happy. So we still got the room here. Are we running the food policy over here? We're running the food policy in this one. So this sector is not great. And we're living in optimized quarters. So the waste policy is the one I think we should be dropping off over here. So I think I'm going to switch this off because I don't think this 9 every 3 cycles, it's almost nothing. I'm going to switch this one off. And what I'll do is I'm going to take away the waste policy. Because we really don't need it to be creating food for us. Okay, so that will do. And then we'll get rid of that, and that's fine. And then over here, so we'll happy. Everybody's happy. That's good. Don't pause the game. Keep it running because we're trying to collect ice actually at this point. So that'll clear out. Then we can demolish this and get some resources back and get that area back and so on. So that can't do that anymore. So it should be clearing it out. So anyway, it's purging those things. So we're not going to get any more food from that. And at the moment, this should do the trick for us, keeping us nice and fed. There's lots of food there. How is our food? How is our okay, these guys are coming in with a fair bit of... Yeah, I think once these 3 are in, we'll go. I think that extra 90 ice is going to be fine for us. I think that's going to be sufficient. So we'll just wait for them to come in, and that's be good. This is all done. We can't move anything anymore. This guy's coming in, getting repaired, and what I'll do is I will just switch that off, so no one is actually going to go and further mine any ice. So this guy should all be done. Once that's through, it's not going to go back out and mine. The others should be ready to go here. We are currently moving through this. Let's switch this guy off. It's not assigned to anything at the moment. We could potentially put some stuff in there, but I think we can just leave it in here for the time being, to be honest. We could actually fill that up with alloys. Let's switch that back on and fill it up with alloys, and we'll quickly say, so that'll quickly sort that out. Here, so now here, I just wanted to, if I open this up, I know this is batteries last 20% longer in industry tier. What is our tier over here? What do we have? We don't have any specialization in this sector. And I can probably move off of this. Let's have a quick look. What's our... Oh, we cannot move off of the food in this one. Because why? People are living in optimized quarters, propaganda, food. So anyway, once we move on, we can probably get rid of that. Here comes some more ice, I'm sure. Hull integrity. Let's give the hull integrity a little bump again. Let's just give hull integrity a bump and back up. And so we're ready to go. We're out of power. So we can't actually do all of the stuff we're doing. We need to switch some stuff off every now and again. But yeah, food is... Wow, food actually drops quite a lot every now and again. Do we get enough food from this? 14 per cycle. So that gives us a 14 per cycle times 4 gives us 60. And this guy is 41. But after, in the next cycle, it'll probably go to 60 also. That's 120 every cycle. Every, how many cycles? 46. It's still growing. Okay, let's just pop in. Let's go out here. Are these guys back out on their way? Okay. I think that means we should now have a fair bit here. So that's about 150, and there's some water in the tank there. So I think we're going to go and do our vol jump and see what the next piece has to offer us. We do have food available, and we have, well, there's plenty of food in stockpiles, and we have, well, that's all there is. But yeah, that should be reasonable. We are, let's just see, so in sector, in the station 362, max 700 at the moment in terms of storages. Enough food is stored for 3 meals. 127 units of food are consumed per meal. 29.9 units of food are produced per cycle. Current average production covers 117% of meal requirements. So we should be okay. So that's okay. I hope that's okay. Let's. These guys are at the tycoon. So that guy. I'll go back to the tycoon. This guy.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Due to an accident, 4 crew members injured. Okay, let's just leave it there. I'm not going to do that. So let's do the vol jump. Charge Ixion engine. All power from the main grid will be diverted to the engine during 0.5 cycle charge. Preceding ignition sectors will be powered by batteries during this time.
Charge. In accordance with Frau Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the tycoon before volt jump initiation.
That's fine. Can you move? Can you go there? Just get them there. We're also still waiting on it to charge. So these guys should be getting there. Yeah, they'll probably will be delayed a little bit longer. We're currently charging.
Ixion engine ready.
Okay, well, commence the jump. I'm assuming we waited for them. I wouldn't want to lose our cargo ships. Okay, here we go. Next sector, or next system, I would rather say. So where are we going? Let's see if there's anything of interest in this cinematics. Still the same old graphics. This doesn't really seem to change. It just seems to be the same thing. Yeah, it's the same graphics. Every time we jump, it seems to look like this. And now we're going to have even more trouble with our hull. Yeah. Okay, loading. Let's see what this new area has for us. All of our fancy solar panels. It's costing us so much. Okay. Looks like a little bit of death and destruction over here.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Expected irreversible damage to the tycoon detected. We have not reached the exoplanet Remus.
Okay.
Tycoon primary sensors are picking up vast amounts of debris. Act with caution, Administrator. We must reach Remus.
Okay, let's close the transmission.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, so now let's pause it for a second while we quickly have a look at what's going on outside. So we're here at a destroyed command center. There seems to be some weather activity around, which I'm assuming our ships cannot go into. Maybe the Tycoon can go into that. But yeah, it's not looking good. So we'll have to start sending probes out. Hopefully we can start mining close by, because I think that's going to be our first requirement. Now, so I'm assuming, let's, waiting for a science ship. So if we click here, so it's the Etemenanki, that's what it was. Command center. Initial reports indicate that we have found the wreckage of the Etemenanki's command center. The UN ship appears to have been attacked. Okay, so that's quite of interest here. So we've got basically a star, a sun over here, and we're at the destroyed command center of the Etemenanki, I believe. So if we go back in here, we've had a couple of accidents. That is not a problematic one as long as we've got a bed for everybody. We don't have an accident there. Oh, we've got an accident in all sectors. Over there, we've got an accident. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. This one is not the end of the world because we don't use that. Well, we will start using that for probes fairly soon. And this one we're not using either. So all of that seems fairly reasonable to us. So we'll get through that. I'm hoping we've got bed space. Yeah, that one seems to be okay. That one seems to be okay. And this one seems to be okay. So everybody is in hospital and all good. Now, this sector should be quite happy at the moment due to not the too long in the system trick. This one is very happy. That's okay. And this one is very happy also, even though it's got super many unopened cryopods. But yeah, that's good. So I'm happy to keep it as is. What I will do is now I will go to the policies over here and drop our food. So one food feeds 10 people. So it's effectively a 30% increase, I think, in our food. So let's go there and get the food stocks up a little bit more. So I think that'll help us out a bit more here also. So there we go. So all of that's all set up. Let's unpause the game. Have a look. How many workers do we have available over here? We do have 213. So I can go ahead and switch this one on. Now we're at the capacity for power. So as soon as this thing pops back in, we'll start creating a few probes so that we can start looking at things. Keep going with our production of electronics over here. We might need them as we go. And we'll just keep a close eye on everything else. Can we do a little bit of science research? So let's go have a look at the technology tree. Okay, so what do we need? We have got 55. These all take 90. So we can't really do any of these. Unless, actually, 55... Is there anything else? Okay, hang on. So this guy... I think we've already improved the speed.
Request awaits your attention.
Okay, let's pause it while we quickly look at this. Post-lunaclism cargo ship. Cargo ships move 20% faster. That might be really good. Improvised repair. And then this one, 30% faster, 20% more resources. So I think we should start resourcing some of this. Design instruction. So I think we should start resourcing this because that'll work. That'll help us a little bit. Mining happens fairly quickly. In terms of probes, probe construction speed is quicker. Probe movement is quicker. I don't know if that's that much value to us. Moving cargo ships quicker is really quite useful. We could also have a look at chemical baths. So we drop the amount of carbon required for polymers, but I don't think that's that significant. Well, it is a... Let's have a look. If we have a look at this, so 4 carbon instead of 5 carbon. So we're basically scoring 20%. It's 20%. It's actually a fair bit. It's actually a fair bit for us if we do that. But I think I'm going to go and get this one first. Let's research the faster cargo ships because that actually will help us a little bit more. Now, someone is saying there's a message for us. So let's have a quick look at finding it. It's in Sector 3. You can see it down here on the ring, by the way. So let's have a look and see what it says. Administrator, a sector has converted to the cult of the hull. This has had a positive impact on the morale of the crew. The converts are waiting to hear your opinion on their worship. Sanctifying the tycoon and its facilities does not directly violate any Dollar's directives. So this is an interesting change. So embrace the writings of Barjaville. The tycoon is a body. The hull is its skin. We are its blood. Okay? Suppress the cult. Now, it's had a positive impact. But I get a feeling that it's not going to be good for us in the long run. But let's embrace it and see what that actually means. Suppressing it was probably just going to make people unhappy straight away. So let's do that. We're going to probably have issues with it as we continue through. But that should be okay. So let's unpause it. So now we've got the cult of the hull ready to go. This is up and running again, so it should be able to move things through. What I can do for the time being is I'll actually switch off one of the steel mills so that I'll switch on the polymer refinery so we keep creating polymers as well, because we're going to probably auto build a few probes and start sending them through. Now we'll pop back out here, we'll get ourselves the melon and we'll move... What's wrong with the melon? Well, let's, why can't I, oh, the melon isn't assigned to anything. I think that's what's wrong. Let's move the Ripley over. We're going to collect the science and then we'll see what our situation is like. I'm going to collect the science first so I can use it. We need to start looking at some further upgrades for the solar panels. That's pretty clear. Oh, actually... If I have a look at this, do I have further solar panels? Oh yes, I can continue to build solar panels. This one. Wow, these will start to get fairly pricey. So I do wonder if we will continue to add panels or whether we should start looking into nuclear power. At the moment, we're just balancing our things throughout. At least trust, all integrity. Wow, now it's 700 is the max we can get at the moment. So that's okay. We need to train colonists again. So potentially I can switch this guy on if we have enough power. Yes, okay. And let's train... Can I... Oh, yeah, it's picking stuff up, so it's going to train colonists. There should be enough people to train as colonists here. Let us quickly pop out. So we've picked up on the science. Let's pop in here and see what our options are. Summary of intelligence, yes, so that's what we saw. Although the command center of the Etemenanki is heavily armored, the structure has suffered terrible bombardment. It appears as if something sliced through the larger superstructure of the Etemenanki. This must have dislodged the center and separated from the rest of the ship. Numerous pieces of debris and corpses float around the ruin. We have located a breach within the armor plating that should allow us to get inside. So there's nothing else we can do but get in there. The Ripley's team will enter the command center through the identified breach. At least here they're not giving us an option to just stop doing anything. Now, we've got a probe in place, so let's pause it while we quickly have a look. I would like us to launch probe activity. There's obviously a bit of a thing. Can we start mining something? Iron, silicone. Silicone, carbon is okay. Silicone is probably, and iron is something that we would like to find straight away. Carbon and iron. Silicone. Anything close by here? Carbon. Ooh, carbon, iron. Ooh, this is the one. This is the one. Let's shoot out over there. Let's shoot out a probe over there. The next one we'll start looking at places where we can go. Other places we can go, for instance. So let's shoot that out. Yeah, keep going. We'll see what that is. Let's pop in here and quickly have a look at our docks. We can certainly put assign ship. Yeah, the melon is just not assigned anywhere. So let's just get the melon assigned because the melon will be the next one for us. Let's assign the melon over there so we can actually move it around. Get back out here so I can see what's going to come up from this probe. We are busy training colonists. 15 of them. Got a little bit of available power, but not a lot. So I'm hoping we can start mining straight away. As soon as we do that. Okay, here we go. So what do we have? We've got 272 iron, 824 iron. That's awesome. We've got plenty of carbon and we've got silicone. Okay, so in fleet control, guys, I would like you to please mine the silicone first and then the carbon. And same on the other, and the deltoid will go the other way. There we go. So the deltoid will actually, so we'll do that. No. We'll do that. Okay. So now both our mining ships are going to go out. What I need to do now is make sure, just quickly, let's move our ships again. So none of this stuff should be going to Sector 3, right? Sector 3 doesn't want any of that stuff. So we need to move, so let's at least move the Quicksilver out. Quicksilver can come in here again, so get the Quicksilver. What's going on? I've unloaded it there, so I would like to load. Where's the Quicksilver? All right. Over here, what are we bringing in over here? We've got room to drop iron and things in this side. And there's another thing that someone wants to talk about. The glue scap. No! Don't dismantle the Quicksilver. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, can I stop it? I cannot. That is the last thing I wanted to do. Drop the glue scap, drop the Diogenes, pop in the glue scap, and over here pop in the Diogenes. And then we just want to quickly have a look at fleet. Cannot believe I did that with the Quicksilver. Okay, over here, what can you be collecting for us so that we've got a little bit of room for? Really, the only thing we should be maybe bringing in here is iron. So the Diogenes can bring in iron, please. Diogenes, you can pick up iron for us. Kangaroo can pick up iron as well. We can pick up iron to Sector 2. Can I? Oh, crap, I can't believe I did that. Anyway, that's silly. Now, the rest can pick up all the other stuff. So what we will want to do So the Diogenes goes with iron, and no, forget about it. Just take off everything else. Now, Ms. Brunner will get us silica. That's good. The kangaroo will bring us iron, and the glue scap will bring us carbon. And we'll work out ice later if we need any. I'll do a little bit of this as well so that we've got multiple things doing multiple things. But that should really try and sort us out a little bit now. Okay, good. Let's, technology post-lunar cargo ship has been unlocked. So now they're pretty quick, the cargo ships. We just need to get the mining up and running. At the same time, there's someone trying to ask us for something. Administrator, the debris field we have entered is mostly composed of corpses. The floating bodies bump against the hull and create sounds that reverberate throughout the tycoon sectors. This is not proving beneficial for crew morale, I can imagine. DLS reports indicate that EVA crews are discussing their experiences working outside the tycoon, with colleagues in mess halls compounding the problem. So we're going to lose some trust. What? The station is surrounded by floating corpses. The crew morale will be affected. Okay, so potentially I think we need to be moving around. I think we need to be moving around a little bit. That's kind of the plan. So as soon as we find somewhere else we can send a probe to, we will potentially move in that direction. Let's pop out here and see what's going on. So mining ships are ready to go. So hopefully we'll start collecting some stuff. The melon can now move to whatever the next thing is. And I'm also pretty tempted to do what? We are busy creating colonists. That's all good. This is all working away. Okay, the next probe. Let's get the next probe out. Launch the probe. We should have something nearby. Yeah, that's not too far away. Let's send that out and see what that's going to get us. This is all done, so we can't actually do any more of this.
The ship team has completed a task.
Okay, let's pop in there and see about this. Okay, here we go. So starting to get iron, starting to get silicone. Okay, summary of intelligence. The frozen rooms through which the Ripley's team have had to navigate are from a nightmare. Had to navigate off from a nightmare. Okay, interesting. Projectile damage covers most surfaces, and there are signs of electrical fires having raged throughout the corridors. This is not to discount the ever-present grim sight of severed corpses. Severed corpses? Severed corpses. That doesn't quite sound right to me. Upon entering the bridge, the team discovered the bodies of the commander-in-chief and other officers. It appears they took their own lives. We must retrieve the Remus data. The Tycoon should be kept in close proximity to the command center. This will allow the Ripley's team to use the station's power via a retractable telescope pole and access the center's terminals. Luckily, we read that, so we can't move until we get this thing sorted out, but then we'll move. Recover the coordinates of the exoplanet Remus, and we'll do that. The Tycoon should be kept in proximity to supply power. So we'll leave the Tycoon here for another 4 cycles, and then hopefully we'll move it through to the other side there. Okay. Excellent. It's off to a reasonable start. Now the question is, do I build another another cargo vessel? And I think the answer is no. We've got some polymers. Actually, I can just build another one and get the exact same polymers will be used again. So I can do that, or I can build more mining ships or something else. But I can just use the polymers that's in here at the moment and build it again. I'm just going to do that. It was a bit of an issue. We'll just rebuild it. The probe completed its discovery. So a collapsed food production district. Interesting that we're starting to see these things over here. There's like 21 signs over there, which is an interesting one. We will move through there and see about that. We've got plenty of food at the moment, so we should be all good. Somehow it's telling us that we don't produce enough food. These guys should be bringing stuff to us, right? Iron? It's just a single ship, right? Oh, it's the glue scap. The ship can hold. Why is the glue scap doing funny things here. Right? That's an interesting move. We're getting a fair bit of iron ready to go. Silicon is doing its thing. That's good. Hull integrity is at full capacity. So what I'll do is I'll drop the hull repairs. And I wonder if that other group is going to start telling me of problems now. We're out of silicone, but silicone should be coming in now. Yeah, here we go. Silicone coming in. So we can continue to do electronics. That's an important piece of the puzzle for us. Food is looking fairly comfortable. I'm not as concerned with the food. I don't know why those numbers are looking as bad as they are, but I'm not as concerned. We've built the Nesbit, and the Nesbit should really be picking up ice for us. Or we can also pick up other things, but there's not a lot out there just yet. But let's leave it in there as ice. The Nesbit will be ready to go. We could also move the Nesbit over here and bring in more iron. I think that is actually the plan. Let's get the Nesbit to come in over here, and then in fleet things, we'll get the Nesbit to pick up iron for us, and we'll take out the ice for the time being. So that's kind of what we're going to do with that. And I think that's where we're going to end the episode, guys. Really, there's plenty to go. Oh, actually, we can send out the melon to go and have a look at this. And so we'll see what's going on there in the next episode. We'll finish off this and probably move over to that side once we see what's going on. These guys should be moving fairly quickly now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you next time. Bye-bye!